Good evening, birds of all feathers. I'm Erin Emu, and you are watching Bird News National. Tonight we are bringing you the extraordinary story of Little Dove, and how healing his foot resulted in birds receiving a multitude of colours on their feathers. It's over to Kira Kookaburra for the latest on this story.
Thank you, Erin. I'm here live at the scene in the Forside Bush where only just the other day Little Dove was flying around when this amazing story occurred. Let's have a look at this extraordinary story.
Little Dove was hunting for some food when suddenly his eyes caught a big juicy grub crawling in the scrub. He flew down low to try and catch this big juicy grub. He opened his claws ready to launch into the bug and have a tasty meal, but instead he landed right on a sharp stick that lay hidden in the wavy grass. Little Dove called out helplessly for his friends to come and help him. All the other bird tribes heard his distressed and painful cry and rushed swiftly to his side to help him. By the time they had all swooped down, poor Little Dove was in excruciating pain. The stick had pierced his little foot and made it swell up like a giant balloon. All the other birds gathered around and provided shelter from the harsh environment for their little friend, Little Dove, by using their wings. Some brought cool water for him to drink, and some even bathed his foot in medicinal water. Crow was sitting up high in a tree and watching the scurrying birds helping to save Little Dove. He was in a foul mood because Little Dove received all the attention from the other birds. Crow yelled at the other birds and told them that they were all wasting their time. Little Dove was going to die anyway, so why did they have to fuss over him? Indeed, he may have been right, as poor Little Dove's foot was getting worse by the minute. But the other birds paid no attention to Crow's mournful wailing until finally they'd had enough, couldn't take his yelling anymore, so they chased him away and told him to leave them alone. Crow flew away and sat there waiting at the top of the tallest gum tree.
I have Liz Galar here. She was the one that popped Little Dove's foot. Liz, can you tell me what exactly happened? Hi, Kira. I didn't really do much. I could see my good friend Little Dove was in a lot of pain with his foot, so I decided to try and stop the swelling by popping it with my sharp pointy beak as quick as the wind before anyone could stop me. Weren't you afraid of doing something wrong with Little Dove's foot by popping it? Oh, Kira, I have nursed many birds, but I had never seen anything like it. I just followed my instinct, and what happened next surprised us all. As Little Dove shrieked out in pain, all the colours of the rainbow came splashing out of his foot. All the birds standing around Little Dove were bathed in a shower of colour. Some got only a little bit of colour, some got 1 or 2 colours, and others were splashed with a multitude of colours, like Larry Lorikeet, who looked like the rainbow itself. Some even got spots and stripes, Kira. It was truly magical sight to see. I was lucky to receive the rosy pink and grey colours all over my cheeks and wings. Liz, they are lovely. Can I ask you, what happened to Crow? I hope he didn't receive any colours after how he was treating everybody. Oh, Kira, Crow got no colours, none at all, and stayed a bland, black, sooty colour. So, Liz, can I ask you how your patient Little Dove is doing at this moment? Well, Kira, Little Dove was almost drained of all his magical colours until he was a light grey. But he did not mind this at all. Little Dove's foot healed and he could soar high into the sky ever again to look for more food. But he made sure he remembered to thank me for saving his life. He's a true gentle bird, you know, Kira. Hold on, viewers. Who's that scurrying through the bush? It looks like a dark figure is running towards us. Could that be Mr. Crow? Give me that microphone. I will tell you what happened. I was just minding my business, you know, when all these noisy birds, they started to make such a hullabaloo. I was trying to get some sleep because I was absolutely rotten with the bird flu. But hey, did anybody care? No. They all hurried and scurried to help that silly dove and his swollen foot. On the other hand, I was half dying in my tree and no one bothered me asking if I needed any help or medicine. No one cared about me. They just told me to be quiet when I asked them to help me out. And then they shooed me away. I was hardly able to fly, you know. And now I'm stuck, looking as black as soot, while the other birds, they're prancing around, showing off their colours. Do you actually know how hot it gets here in summer? Well, but yet, again, does anybody care? No. I'm so alone and nobody cares. I'm just a blackbird in a tree. Nobody knows my sorrows I grieve. Pull me up in a tree. Well, as you can see behind me, viewers, every weekend all the bird tribes get together and do a bird dance to show how thankful they are for their beautiful colours.
Let it flow, let it flow, let the chorus reach into your soul. Let it flow, accept it whirling crow. Here we are to say thanks to God who gave them to us. We will be eternally grateful.
This was Kira Kookaburra for Bird News National, and I hope you've all enjoyed this wonderful story of how these foresight birds received their collar. Back to you, Erin Emu.